Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, June 21st, 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com. I'm also on Facebook under business page Lisa M. Hopp, Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. I'm on TikTok under @Lisa M. Hopp. And I think that kidded. I think I got everything. And for those of you who listen every week, thank you. And I appreciate all of you on every platform. I've seen my heart and just anywhere in the world that you're listening to me. I am so grateful. Thank you. Especially to those who listen every week and give me suggestions for topics and comment. I just am so grateful, so appreciative, feel so blessed. So today is Father's Day. If you are a father in any way, happy Father's Day. It's also the start of summer, which is okay. I'm a bit of a fall girl, but I don't mind. Mild days and sunshine and getting the vitamin D and wonderful beverages and barbecue food. Enjoy wellness, health, breath of fresh air, all of that. So the topic today is healing the father wound, finding the divine father within. And I did a similar topic with Mother's Day. All of us have the masculine and feminine within us, every single human on this earth. And it comes out in all our relationships, and it's necessary in all our relationships. It's also necessary for us finding our ideal life, for living the ideal life, for creating with the ideal life. If you are more masculine-centered, you're going to work hard for the money. You're going to think you have to have multiple jobs and work 60 to 70-hour weeks. You're going to just have that force about you. If you're the feminine, you're more in receiver mode. You believe more or have realized you have to center more in to that feminine part of you that wants to nurture yourself and others, that wants to have that wellness, that wants to receive, that wants to have the rest, the balance. So the two have to come together and work in unison. And when those two elements come together and work in unison, that's when you get your primary life. You get your most blessed life. You get your wealthiest life. You get your healthiest life, especially. So many stories I hear from someone who has cured himself or herself after realizing they were working too hard for the money, everything was going to the job, or they weren't living or working or giving up of their attention to their ideal vocation. And then the minute they make changes in their life where they come home at an earlier time or they spend more time enjoying life, they start to see wellness. And of course, that's a mindset change, but it's also because you have to have that too. You have to feel wellness within, change your thoughts to more positive thoughts, speak in a more positive way. And it's natural. You can't, you could start out kind of trying a bit with that, but really it's important for it to be natural. So when they put themselves, self-love, priorities first and make changes from within and then changes on the outside, that's when the magic and the miracles happen. So we have to have that. Excuse me. I'm about to clear my throat. We have to have that inside. So let's get though to today and how today can feel to us. Excuse me again. I'm clearing my throat a bit too much today. Hopefully it's done. This day, because we have to have the masculine, because we have to have the feminine, if one is awry, if one is not there, it can be a challenge. Some people have had loving fathers, have loving fathers. Some have had absent fathers. Some have abandonment issues because of their fathers, because of that absence. And absence isn't just physical. It can be emotional. It can be mental. It can be spiritual. It can be a father. I have this much in my work, that a father is absent, not because he wasn't trying to be a good father. He thought he should be out working and making money and providing for the family. But he was gone. He was gone to do that. And then he passes away and he goes to heaven and he realizes that how important it was to be there more in every way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Some of you perhaps have not known your father at all. Some have the blessing of being created to be on this earth from a father who just donated his sperm, and there's no knowledge of him. Heaven does, though, try to supplement with fathers. Sometimes it's an emotional father. It is someone who gives you father, whether they're biological or not. Perhaps that's in a stepfather. Perhaps that's just what I call the emotional father, where they are a family member or a family friend that provides that love and security to you as a father would. That was divine. That is divine. And so heaven can do that for us. The father energy represents protection, provision, wisdom, strength, guidance. If these qualities are missing in your childhood, we always seek them in relationships, careers, or achievements. You might have heard it said to you that a woman tends to be attracted to pick her father in some way. Oftentimes, we pick what we know. We pick what we're used to. And that, because our nervous system is used to that. I just put out a new service yesterday, started offering a new service that helps you to heal, to balance, to restore your nervous system. Our nervous system is our flight or fright. It thinks it's serving us. It tries to keep us alive. It tries to keep us safe in our inner self. And it's only doing its job. It's not an intellectual. It's not thinking that, it's not hearing us with affirmations. Sometimes it's still doing its job on a programming no matter what. But we can reprogram it. We can work on it. We can reprogram our subconscious and our inner software and hardware. And so when it comes to the father energy, our nervous system will put out to us what it thinks we want. And so if a father is missing in our lives, we'll seek out a father in a husband or a partner, whether it is the opposite sex to us or the same sex. We will do that because we know that we want to have it. It's missing. And sometimes we will get, again, the discomfort of what we really don't want in a partner with those father energies, but what we are used to. So we can supplement and we can put out what we're used to. Look at that. Go within and see. Now, awareness is so important, because when you're aware of something, it is only when you're aware that you can heal it. So let's say that you have brought into yourself a father energy that provides all of those wonderful elements of the protection, of the provision, of the wisdom, of the strength. Just note it. Just note it. If you brought in a relationship where you had an angry father and now you have an angry partner, you cannot make them change. You got what you're comfortable with, whether it's discomfort or not. But awareness again. Acknowledge with love within yourself that I did bring that towards me. When you have like let's say it is angry, or in something that you would not choose with your conscious mind, the only way to change someone is to change that which is within yourself that attracted them. So go to work on your inner anger, your inner qualities that found with that in some way it was a compliment. Simply put, if you want peace in the world, you feel peace within. If you want love in the world, you feel love within. If you want acknowledgement from others, acknowledge yourself in a loving, proud, worthwhile way. Awareness goes within to inner work. Inner work forms a vibration that goes to your environment. Now, also notice, if you are a traditional religious person or even a spiritual person, some of us tend to make God a father energy. Because spiritually, God or divine love can become the father energy that was absent. So we go to that. Or maybe we are just raised in a patriarchal household that says the number one family member is father. So wouldn't the number one family member be God? Wouldn't God be father? But God is source. It is not human. It has a father and a mother energy. It does not have just one. I saw this yesterday. Someone was quite affected by someone basically saying that about God. That God was really not of any sex. God is source. God is energy. God is the universe around you. God does not have a sex. So they were quite affected by that in a very emotional way, because it went against what they were taught. But God is energy. It is around us. It is through us. We are made of it. We are an energetic being that is eternal. We take on a sex ourselves when we come to this earth to play out this game of life. When we go back to heaven, we shed our skin, we shed our organs. We keep our heart, not the physical one, of course, the emotional one, and it grows. We will keep a lot of our personality. If it went through a lot of trauma or challenges, it will soften, heal. But our sense of humor can be the same. The thing that we can acknowledge about ourselves and our belief systems, we come to understand the wisdom, the true wisdom, so our belief systems can change, but we'll acknowledge what they were. Sometimes we know in heaven the truth, all of wisdom, but still go, yes, but I want to keep this part, it's me. And that's all right. It makes us all unique, our personality. And our personality, by the way, is one that we create. We create it from childhood. It's impacted by our parents. It's impacted by the news, our teachers. It's impacted by the environment around us. But we create it, and we can always create it again. We can always reparent ourselves. We can always become our own protector and our own encourager. We have a lot of power. We have more power than we're told. We have more power than we give ourselves credit for. So whether your father today sits beside you, lives only in your memories, or was never able to give you what you needed. It's very important to understand that it's all right to need Father energy, to desire Father energy. The balance is okay. The balance is needed. The balance makes us powerful to have both working in unison. There are those on earth who are better fathers because of their father. Some of you listening know that. And that was a blessing that it was all about. And I want to take a moment about about forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is a hard one at times. And it keeps rolling around. You think, I got it, I forgave, and then it comes back again to the need to forgive. Forgiveness, and you've heard this, is for you. It's not excusing harmful behavior. It's not excusing the humanity of someone else. It's releasing ourselves from carrying the weight of old wounds, of carrying them with us. When people say let it go, they're not, I would honestly feel that they're not saying, oh, just let it go, like it's easy, that it should be easy, that they don't understand. If you have the ability to feel empathy or compassion, you can at least understand a little bit why it's hard to forgive. Because we are so feeling. We are such feelers. And we take it personal. If a father figure is absent, no matter why they are absent, sometimes they are absent because they had to go to heaven. Sometimes they're absent because of their choice on earth with their free will. Or you had to make a choice about them on earth. But it doesn't take away the emotions. It doesn't take away the loss. So forgiveness. It could be forgiveness of whomever may have been involved in your father being absent. And sometimes that's your mother. But what it comes down to is forgiveness of a forgiveness from a form of love for yourself first. And it's okay that it's about yourself entirely. It's letting yourself off the hook. And Father's Day can bring so many emotions, and I see so many people being tough, masking tough, masking that disappointment or that day of grief or that longing. Allow yourself to feel the emotions. Allow yourself to have a day where this is not a good day. Allow yourself to be angry. You cannot have happiness and joy on this earth if you are burying anger, if you are denying anger. Again, have that awareness. And be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself. The Father energy, again, provides that security, that safety. It's all right to have that inner longing to feel safe, protected, accepted, encouraged. These qualities are available through divine love and through self-love. Any healing work, again, that you do within yourself will bring all those qualities to you. And then the wonderful thing is, again, if you feel the qualities within you of wisdom, strength, protection, guidance, heaven will send you people to validate, to increase. We attract who we are. Not what we ask for, not what we desire, but who we are. And it can come in such a surprising way. You can look back and realize I had it and I didn't give it credit. And sometimes we have things in front of us or people. And because they're not straight on the relationship, again, you have an emotional father, but it's not a biological father. So you look back before giving it credit. See all the relationships around you, both the feminine and the masculine. Because we are so loved, unconditionally, immeasurably. You are never not supported. You are never not loved. You are. You are being protected at all times by angels, guided by spirit guides, and loved and supported by departed loved ones, whether you knew them or not. And if you do have a father who is no longer on this planet, on this earth, physically, that father, and this may be hard for some of you to hear, if you did not have a healthy relationship with your father, or you didn't have a relationship with your father, but that father energy is with you. They may not show you. They may be quietly around you. But the ones who are absent from our lives on earth are the ones that are most with us from heaven. They're serving us. They understand how they let us down. And so you have them, whether you realize it or not. And you still have the grandfather that was like a father, or the uncle, or the family friend, if they have passed over. You all of you are so loved. You have an entourage, as I have an entourage. We tend, I think, to put more emphasis, more attention, more flowers to the mother, to the Mother's Day. But it's very important to understand, if you are listening to this on Father's Day, or at any time you wanted to listen to it, you had your father near. Heaven has a way of giving us again the impact of us, the understanding. Your father, if he is in heaven, knows how much he impacted you in every single way. You have that energy supporting you and loving you. And if you are not someone who is in touch with your father on earth, try, if you can, to have understanding. Again, whatever forgiveness you can do in any small way. Because again, the more that you love yourself, the more you heal the father wound, the greater your life will be. It will increase. Because you'll have that working, operating system of the masculine working for you, in balance with the feminine. And be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself. Know that you are more than enough. Know that you are worthy. Be kind. We use the word kindness a lot, or be kind. Yes, we all have moments where when we're tired, when we're not feeling like smiling. When you're most tested, be kind. Because that matters. It vibrates out to the universe. And people who aren't kind, people who are hurtful to others, they're wounded inside. It's about themselves. It's generally not about the one receiving the unkindness. It's about the person giving it. So remember that. And try not to be wounded. I know it can be hard. I've been on the receiving end of others' pain. Put up that healthy shield. Have that compassion, that understanding, not pity. Do not pity, especially if it's an adult. They're in charge of their selves. They should know better, right? Not to project. Have your boundaries. Have healthy boundaries. But forgive. Have compassion. Have empathy. Understanding. So very important. Again, Father's Day can bring so many different emotions. If it's a day of celebration, well done. Do it up. Have cake. I love cake. But yes, for some of you, it will be a day of disappointment, longing. Maybe it's a day of relief. Honor your heart and listen to it. Because no matter what, there is love that has never abandoned you. Don't abandon yourself. And on this day, even in just 1 second if you can, find joy. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you connected with that in some way. And again, if you are listening to this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share. Go and find me on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa M. Hop. Follow me on Facebook under Lisa M. Hop, Spiritual Coach, and Medium. I have a check mark. It's me. And check out my website at lisahop.com. A lot of my services, my sessions, as I call them, are available via Zoom and some telephone if you are not in the New Jersey area or Pennsylvania area, East Coast. And so please check it out. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I am rooting for you. I send you out love and many blessings. And I'll talk to you next time.